And in the locker room, we are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the Toronto Raptors. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here are the five for the Raptors. They've got Towns. Scotty Barnes is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Curry. From past the arc, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It is a beautiful thing. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Here's Curry. Ball with the rebound. Over in the corner, Hero. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Barnes passes to Curry. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
Well, that's Curry doing what he does best, doing damage from the outside.
Back to ball. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Barnes dishes to Towns.
I mean, one of the game's elite shooters, and Towns' sweet spot definitely extends to the free throw line.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Zubac. Zeke Najee comes in for Wagner. And it's Keontae George in for Tyler Hero. Then for the Raptors, Jackson, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Asar Thompson comes in for Trey Murphy. And it's Alex Caruso in for Stephen Curry. Over in the corner, Porzingis misses the three. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Raptors out in front, up 3. And we'll get going after this from ball. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
George out there with ball, and there's Porzingis. Then it's Zach LaVine. It's Najee in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Porzingis can't hit. Raptors leading by 5. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
6 to shoot. That one misses. Gobert with the defensive effort. Butler in the corner. And they double up Butler. It's rebounded by Najee. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Caruso against Ball. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And again, Denver no good. Here's Butler. Here's Caruso. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Raptors lead by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Taking a look at the Raptors, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Toronto Raptors. And that's all for us. Now,
and we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Scotty Barnes is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Butler in at the 3. Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Hero. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that era.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also creating.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, he's finding that balance. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Ball, no good. Toronto leading by 7. Curry passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes, Cat. Get the easy ones.
Hero with it. Pull from the top of the key. That one doesn't go.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
And so it's the Toronto. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Tyler Hero out there with ball. Then there's Wagner. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Doesn't get that one. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 7. Barnes rips down the rebound.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Jacks up a 3. Not that time. It won't go. Outside ball. Buries the deep ball.
So often LaMelo is the setup man. There, he's on the finishing end.
Curry is inside. He's covered by Ball. Hands off. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The shot is off.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
That one is off. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Now Hero fires the 3. Can't get it, so they foul intentionally. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rajakovic said to the team. They told the team to dig deep, play with passion, finish this game out right. We'll see if they do, guys.
Thank you, Allie.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
No time to waste on this possession.
They're going to have to act quickly right here.
Barnes rips down the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Norman foul. First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Toronto.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
I can't wait to see what they draw up here and who they decide to go to.
So it's Toronto winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Terrific, Allie.
And now, 2K Sports brings you... And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Chet Holmgren.
And we've seen his rebounding improve during the last several months. He seems more aggressive and assertive at getting after it and trying to make a real effort on the glass.
And the starting group for Chicago. Holmgren is out there with Nikola Jokic. Then it's Jaylen Brown. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Maxey in at the point. This is opening night for both of these squads. What are these games like to play in, Richard?
It's so much fun. You put in so much work in the offseason to improve, to get better, and now it's your opportunity to show.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
Doncic passes to Maxey. And he banks in the layup.
Making a statement here early. Going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Now here's Cunningham. Shoots over Brown. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Maxey with it. Brown, a screen on SGA. Maxey finds Doncic. Connects from downtown. Doncic has got 5 points.
Yeah, he must be feeling it because that Doncic three was way out there.
There's Cunningham with a three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And it's Jokic, that time on the assist by Doncic.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good again that time. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Booker, and there's another one for Chicago.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They gotta keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And so it's Chicago with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And for Chicago, let's take a look. They've got DeAndre Ayton, James Harden out there with Thompson. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Johnson in at the 4. Out to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Fires it. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. Boston in second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Some changes for Boston. Julius Randle's checked in for Evan Mobley, and Jaden McDaniels subbed in for Barrett. They set a pick. Johnson for 3. Boston pulls it in.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
There's Cunningham with a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Harden from outside. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Celtics trail by 7. Here's Williams. And he buries his first look.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Brown against McDaniels. Johnson a screen on Williams. From outside the arc. And it's Maxey missing. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cunningham against Maxey. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Back to Brown. Maxey surveying the D. With some arc. And the layup is up and in.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
And so it's Chicago, closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back after this word.
Thanks for stopping.
Looking at the Bulls, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason, yeah, you have big change.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Bulls.
Their efficiency.
Thanks for joining us. Time to...
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Julius Randle out there with Kate Cunningham. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Booker in at the 2 spot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Richard, it's been a dry spell for the Bulls for a few seasons now. How do they reverse that?
Well, it starts with strong drafts. They haven't had a top 10 pick since 2020, and it's made it hard for them to land some of these bigger prospects and grow from within. Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Pass to Doncic from deep. Boston pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Booker with it. Now guarded by Brown. Here's Randle. Jokic grabs the board.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
They get it back. Doncic in the paint. Luka.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Pass to Randle. Up top, Şengün. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. SGA showing off the athleticism there.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Puts it up from 12. And Jokic with a nice bucket inside. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
He's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. Could be a blow-by every single time.
SGA can't get it to go.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And so it's Chicago with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've had incredible success defending. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6 sense.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And for Chicago, let's take a look. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. Booker. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
A 3-level score on top of having a reliable jumper. Hey, Booker is also skilled at capitalizing inside.
Randle rips down the board. Here's Randle. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 9-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander. He's off from 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
1:11 left in the game. Maxey. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. And here's Boston. Randle inside. Holmgren's there. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Letting Randle get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Outside Maxey. Brown outside. Now Jokic. Outside Maxey. Fires the 3. Up again. Just in time with the putback.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
And Boston calls time here. They're behind by 9. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
I mean, they're still battling, but this one is just about official.
Oh, he cannot hit.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Doncic using the glass to lay it in.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
SGA. Holmgren there for the rebound. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away. All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
At close, 6-10. All right, everyone, the NBA season starts today. We have made it. It is a holiday for everybody.
Oh, man, the offseason felt like forever. It's great to be back. Nothing like some games that count.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Durant. Then there's Edwards. And it's Mitchell in at the guard position. LeBron can't get it to go. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
And that one is good from Suggs.
You can see Suggs' confidence growing over time with every 3 that he makes. Keep shooting them, Jalen. Keep shooting them.
KD passes to Wembanyama. Shoots over Duran. Kicks it out to Leonard. Warriors getting another chance here. The drive by Mitchell. The 3, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Mitchell.
And Leonard knows that corner 3 is an important shot in terms of spacing out the defense.
Outside, Suggs. James looking it over. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Zion Williamson's checked in for Jalen Duren. Michael Porter comes in for Anthony Davis. George is checked in for Sharp. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Jalen Suggs. Nembhard with it. Pass to LeBron. Over Mitchell. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Warriors on... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Kyrie Irving. Markkanen is out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Vucevic, and it's Mitchell in at the 2-guard spot. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Siakam, a screen on Nembhard. Irving for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Shoots again, Los Angeles.
And such a force moving around the paint. Zion goes where he wants.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Davis. James comes in for George. Sharp's checked in for Porter. And it's Suggs in for Andrew Nembhard. And then for Golden State, Leonard, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kevin Durant comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Edwards in for Mitchell.
If you do not keep Siakam out of the paint, he'll make you pay.
Williamson kicks to James. A putback, and Duren is right there. Duren's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
18 feet out. A shot missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Hey folks, welcome. The Lakers wrap up the first half in what's been
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through... All right, fellas, let's now... And that'll do it for half...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Up and forward, the star pairing of LeBron and Davis. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. That's J.J. Redick's 5 as we get into the second half. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, LeBron is keeping it going. He said, I appreciate these young guys coming up in the ranks and doing great things. I hope to have inspired them to carry it on. when I decide that I'm done and keep this beautiful game going. Not just the win, but the purity of the game. That is what's most important. Guys, back to you.
He's left an imprint, no doubt. Thanks a lot, Allie. And here is Davis. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Pass to Davis. A 3-ball. Warriors with the rebound. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Mitchell passes to Wembanyama. He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Now Davis from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. Davis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Warriors. There's Anthony Edwards. The jump hook. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Warriors on top, up 2. And we're coming. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Victor Wembanyama is out there. Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. Warriors leading by 4. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Edwards loves it in there.
Edwards flexing on him now. Bully ball inside.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap." Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks.
And got rid of it promptly. Mitchell wasting no time.
Here's Durant.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Good on the basket.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about it.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Durant with the rebound.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Takes advantage. That J is good.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mitchell against Suggs. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They came in here. As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony.